a difficult thing to do in a bar, but I've done it before.
Like that.
I like bars. The first thing I want to do, I had a little place outside of Springer, New Mexico for many years, and I ran into a little trouble there. My old friend, Kelly Pruitt, some of you may have heard of him. He was a great Western rider and the only real cowboy, hard to say, cowboy artist that I ever knew. Kelly, he got his first job when he was 3 years old. He lived in Presidio in extreme poverty. His mom couldn't afford him, so she hired him out to be a goat herder at the age of 3. And he worked hard all his life. He was a working cowboy and a great poet and a really, really fine artist. And he sent me this in a letter during some hard times I was having in a place called Springer, New Mexico. And I just love his sense of language, and we've all been in situations like this, but we don't always react the way some of these old cowboys did. He said, I've been in Springer and I've worked on ranches just east of there. And one evening I come into Springer at about the lowest ebb of my life. I'd been day working for a man and his wife that was on the verge of separating. Yet they just couldn't finish it clean and get it behind them. And of course I come in between the two of them, and the girl needed someone to take her in his arms and say it was all right. She still loved him, but he was sure she had been sleeping around. And Lord, I don't know what he needed. Maybe to have somebody to get down and beat hell out of him. He had come back from Korea with a lot of unsolved burdens, which, as you may know, is not uncommon. He was mean to everything. His horses, his wife, his mom and dad, and to the cowboys that tried to help on the ranch. But in a way, he had a lot going for him. He was good-looking, smart, likable to a fault. That is, when he was on a good horse, which wasn't often. And one evening, he come out to the barn where I was shoeing one of my horses and getting ready to work the next morning. He had been in the house, see, and I could tell that he was really mad. He come over and he tells me I can roll my bedroll because he don't intend keeping a liar and a thief around. Well, see, I've been to war myself. And I ain't been called a liar by very many men. And that don't sit right well with me. And I just let down a foot that I'd been rasping, and Jack was standing right there. And when he said that, I whacked him across the head with the flat side of that rasp and knocked him flat, which I regretted the minute I did. He was out of place, of course, but he probably didn't deserve that. Anyway, while he was laying there nursing his head, I loaded my 2 horses in my trailer and went on to the bunkhouse to get my bed and suitcase. I didn't even go by to get my 2-week check. I just felt so bad that things in this world were so rotten. Well, I stayed at that first little motel just after you leave the main street where the street curves a little. I was so tired that I left my horses standing tied to the sides of my trailer. And it was a short night and an early dawn. Maybe there's something about Springer that fosters a longing for something better, something more wholesome.